It's not spike strips. Obviously, it's not a pit maneuver, but we're just going to have to see how this plays out right now as we barely get along on the freeway here.
Slowing down a little bit, it seems like, maybe.
We are watching Lucy stolen caltrans truck, k-9 deployed, part 2.
Some of the ramps to clear out the freeway completely. But
Okay.
all of those units back behind as well.
So all those units, so don't say Jesus. That's a slow speed chase, so that's a slow speed chase. And to keep things under control, bring things under control. I'm gonna let you listen to it now.
You know, they're driving, if you call that driving.
Well, we know of the pit maneuver, right, Pat? We know of the spike strips. Desmond's apparently heard of a third possible technique that officers are looking into. So perhaps we're going to be seeing this unfold here right now. But just look how much more damaged that part of that truck. Look, it's falling apart.
Yep, it's wobbling now. We hadn't really seen that before. And we're talking about the 110 West folks at Claremont and Indian Hill Boulevard in Oakmont.
10 West.
10
yes.
West. What I call it, the I-10 West.
Yeah. Okay. It looks like this trailer might collapse there.
Oh.
I think it was the rest of the rubber that might have been on the back of the dualies.
It just hit the car. That was so scary.
Was the rest of the rubber, so might even start to see some more sparks here. But this trailer might just completely collapse at this point. I mean, you wonder how much longer this trailer can continue on like this. But there is something they're talking about doing, and it's going up the chain of command right now. There's a lot of coordination. Okay, now they're thinking they might be backing off it. So now that they're thinking they're not, I'll just tell you what it was. And we've heard that this is something that seems like it's exclusive to San Bernardino County, but there are times where they will actually fire, but they do. It has been known to happen. It's extremely rare. Part of the reason it happens in San Bernardino County is you think it's the biggest county in the country. There's so much space to cover. They don't want to be getting into a pursuit situation that could be going, for hours and hours on any of these big desert roads. And also out, in the desert, obviously very sparsely populated. So it would be safer for the authorities to do something. Let's say they're out on I-15 north of Barstow or on I-40 out by Ludlow or something like that. So I've never heard of it being done.
Let's say I-15 or I-40 or an I-45 or...
Unlock life. America's #1 trusted food storage bag. SC Johnson. So excited. Mommy, what did you say
or I-20 or I-20, I-30 or I-35. Like pit maneuvers, pursuits, intervention technique. Let's listen now.
That's pretty incredible.
Helicopter down into the engine block to stop the truck.
That's pretty incredible.
I've never heard of that. That's amazing.
Yeah.
Well, we've seen it in the movies.
Yeah, I mean, anything about it.
We've seen it in the movies.
You think about it, from a moving helicopter.
I bet, Desmond and Juan, that you have heard people ask that question before. Why couldn't they just use a weapon as a part of the vehicle, not the person itself, but to stop the vehicle? I know you've both heard that before. I certainly have.
We get asked that all the time.
Yeah. So now we know from Desmond Shaw that it's a possibility. It's something that is used. I hadn't
until tonight. Looks like the truck is...
Well, there are other techniques as well. I was just watching a pursuit, I think it was in Arizona the other day, where they have some crazy thing where it's almost like a claw that can come out of the front of a bumper and latch onto the back of a vehicle and stop it. And I'm thinking why don't we have that here with all the pursuits that we have? in Southern California. That would be pretty cool. I know they were experimenting with some kind of I don't know if it was with radio waves or microwaves or something that they could point at a vehicle, especially a newer vehicle. You know, basically all these new cars are controlled by computers, and they were experimenting with something that almost like a radar gun. You could point at it and it would just turn the car off. There was something, but that never came to fruition. I think that was something that Orange County was exploring. Maybe that's still going through some testing phases, but so yeah, there are different techniques. I don't think we've ever gotten to talk about that particular technique before. I've never witnessed it myself. I've only heard about it several times, and usually way out in the desert, like I said, off of maybe I-40 or Highway 58, something like that.
Well, Desmond,
San Bernardino County. So
I-40,
I have an
Highway
update.
58?
Apparently,
Highway 58. They have an update. Let's listen.
Sniper shot and killed a pursuit suspect in 2015. So 7 years ago, the driver was going on the wrong way on the 215, and they viewed him as a threat to public safety. So this was actually carried out. I just don't remember that.
I don't remember it either.
Sniper fire from law enforcement that actually killed.
And remember, one time, that was that vehicle that Houston led police on a hour-long 45-minute chase. That you can see it. If it's pop up here, a couple days, 1 year ago, I believe. Yeah, 1 year ago. I'm going to check it out. And the pursuit suspect in Houston was shot, and you can see, and he is so shot. Let's listen now.
Techniques to bring these to an end, but regardless, we're just barely getting along here. Still, we've slowed down a little bit. Maybe look, we're showing 12, 13 miles an hour.
Maybe 12, 13 miles an hour, or maybe 12, 13 miles an hour, or 10 miles an hour. 10 miles an hour. I've never seen that before. It's falling backwards, not backwards, it's falling downwards now. And oh my goodness, you would see that, you just saw that. Yeah, he just carjacked where you can see one female suspect is in custody, one person behind the wheel. He just carjacked that Caltrans truck. They caught up with this person, maybe 14, 15 miles an hour, or maybe. Cause a hazard, or of course, maybe 10, 15 miles an hour, maybe 20, 30 miles per hour. That's smoking for several hours now since it started in the area going along the 10 East.
How many minutes of commercials are there in a 1-hour TV show? You said
I believe Desmond said the police know
15 minutes.
maybe they're in contact.
Survey said
By his cell phone, and they caught up to that suspect, and he just carjacked that cow. Sorry, he just carjacked that Caltrans. 15 minutes. Oh, wow. And he just maybe carjacked this truck. Yeah, that's the suspect. He's the one carjacked. He just carjacked this Caltrans truck yesterday. And yeah, the Caltrans truck. 9:40. What? It's 9 o'clock. Yes. Yeah, and that cow truck, he just carjacked this Caltrans truck. It didn't carjack that Caltrans truck by this person. That's the suspect. They have had 2 helicopters, so let's listen.
CHP to shut down the eastbound lane of the freeway. I'm not sure where at, but they may be trying to do that back in West Covina, maybe over by Cal Poly Pomona, something like that. So
Anticipation.
we'll see how that factors into their strategy.
All right. I mean, that's another, certainly an effort being made on the part of CHP. I remember you reporting earlier, Desmond, that they say that they didn't want to get involved. But this certainly is an assist, if you will, and, something, I guess, worth trying, considering we haven't seen them do anything else in terms of a spike strip. Certainly wouldn't see them doing a pit maneuver, I guess.
Yeah. And Desmond, earlier you were saying the possibility that we're going to pull away from the pursuit. Is that still the case, or are they going to keep watching it from the air, or are they still engaged at this point?
Oh no, they're definitely engaged. It seems like there is no chance that they're going to give this up because it's such a crazy, dangerous one. This is obviously a very dangerous person. If this would have been even like the pursuit we covered earlier that was reckless driving or something like that, or even just a normal stolen vehicle pursuit, there may have been the chance. But once they get out and carjack someone else, and they're saying that this person is probably armed, so we don't know if it was a knife or a gun, if anything that was used in that carjacking, but if they saw something like that happen, this is one that they absolutely have to bring to justice. This is in that top tier, and actually, okay, the airship does think that it was a gun, so they do think that this person has a gun. Wow. So they're going to take it as far as this goes.
All right, as we've seen pursuits over the years, we've seen officers back off. But certainly not with something like this, where this person is as dangerous as he is, to actually carjack another individual, and that puts someone else's life in danger, and he could possibly do it again. So, and the fact too, Desmond and Juan, that he is driving so slowly. It's not as if the motorists are in danger, or as much danger as they would have been earlier when he was driving so fast and recklessly. I'm sure that has to factor.
Now he's at 10 miles an hour. And we get a glimpse of him every once in a while.
Miles an hour? 10 miles an hour?
Perhaps on the phone. Maybe he's communicating with somebody at this point.
Perhaps on the phone. You may be communicating at some point. He's got a phone to one of his ears. Let's face it, so, couldn't go any faster if he wanted to at this point. So let's listen.
Lose control of the car. Very difficult to control.
And he's not trying to. Right? Isn't he been on this same trajectory for a while?
Carpool lanes, right, Des?
Yeah.
He's down a tire. There's the trunk or the bed is weighed down with a lot of stuff, and then also towing this trailer that's missing a tire and actually might lose the other one. And so all of those things combined, I don't think this truck is capable of going any faster right now. Just gonna widen out here and show just for a second, because they're going to be shutting down lanes of the freeway here as we come back over. We are over Orange Grove Street right now, and they're shutting down the eastbound lanes at Fairplex. So it sounds like they do have something up their sleeve. We might see something happening here within the next few minutes. They may be getting more active in shutting this down and not letting this end the way the suspect wants this to end. They don't want it to end on his terms. They would love to just get this over with right now. So we'll see what they're going to do here within the next couple of minutes.
And they would most likely do it, Desmond.
Hey, guys, he's either getting a little bit more agitated, or he's making, I've seen him make either gestures or like he was, pounding the steering wheel, as a person who could be agitated in a conversation.
Perhaps he can see the closure ahead. I mean, I'm guessing, Desmond, they're going to close it before the next off-ramp or close to an off-ramp where we can get back off, where we basically be stuck on the freeway.
Yes, that is correct. I believe they're shutting the freeway down at Fairplex, I heard, and then we're going to see what they're going to do. So it does look like the suspect's been on the phone, and you wonder if he's...
He's been on the phone for only hours.
What do you like?
If that's who he's talking to, and he's talking
Patient describe these things associated with church.
Hopefully talk him down from this situation. Maybe
When you sing in church, you sit in a pew. The person that's the priest is giving a sermon.
it can cause the suspect to lose control.
When you go into the thing and you tell the priest your sins. You just pray singing on Easter. Hymns. It's a really long word. It's a song.
Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Matt and Jenna, you are up. Matt, what do you like? Old phone. Who this? All right, Matt. Describe these things people associated with phones before the arrival of smartphones. Go.
Not a quarter, but
Dime.
yeah. You call this person to get advice. It's a zero.
Psychic.
Look at this. That's an armored bearcat.
With a phone, it's a
Wow! That motorcycle is
Yes. You're in
driving slow, same with the traffic. They had to call for the assistance to shut down this 10 freeway. They're calling for assistance to shut down this 10 freeway from that pursuit. They had to shut down this 10 freeway, and they called in assistance just in time. Calling back up, and they provide backup to shut down this 10 freeway immediately. Because of that, the slow speed pursuit, they need to get out of the way.
The Academy Award is called out the statue.
They're trying to physically ram this vehicle with an armed vehicle.
Like I'm talking?
British accent.
Yeah. Not a comedy, but
Chick flick.
not a comedy, but
They brought a couple of bearcats.
he stood up on a couch on Oprah.
Dang it.
Hey, Matt, what did they call the gold statue Academy Award?
Trophy.
Oscar. Dang it.
That's on me. Dang it.
That's on me. It's 12 to 10. Nerez, you need 2 to tie, 3 to win. To go to the winner's circle to play for $50,000. You and Tasha are up. There's one subject left on the board. That is America's Next Top Yodel. Describe these activities that have not yet had their own reality competition shows. Ready? Go.
Snoring.
I could just get the baby's cheeks.
Pinching. Kid, meow, cat.
It's a kid's toy. We have to use your hips.
Hulu.
There you go. Tasha, come on over to the winner's circle. When we come back, these two are going to play for $50,000. Go ahead, dance your way over here, man. You deserve it.
Is it me or does everyone auditioning for
Speeding up. Something's happening.
It's not you. Health insurance companies see us all the same.
There he goes. There he goes.
Except you, man.
Oh my goodness. There he goes. There he goes.
Home health nurse for 5 days.
The spec is down. Oh my goodness. There comes the K-9. Get him.
Get out. Good idea.
There were a few vehicles. They're stressful. Not stressful things. Stressful. But look at the police. Let's listen now.
I think he's going to be able to jump over it, Desmond. He's going to have to run quite a distance. Oh, I think, look what's going on here.
Officers are on.
Yeah,
the other side
they're
of the
running
freeway.
towards him. I think they've got him surrounded. It looks like we're just dealing with the police helicopters right now. Obviously, they have priority. We're trying to get you a shot of this. Looks like they have the suspects surrounded, and wonder if they're just giving up after all this.
There's really nowhere to go, Desmond. I mean, this guy's a pretty big guy too, and couldn't see the next place he could actually escape from there. So maybe he just thought it was better to stop.
Oh, he's waving and saying something to the officer.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
is that a K-9? That's K-9 down there, isn't it?
Yeah, it sure is. Yeah,
That's
yeah.
what's
They've got the
waving.
K9 on.
it's a tail.
K-9
It's a taser.
Look at that.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Wow, it's a taser. It's a taser. They're taking a chunk out of him. That's a K-9 officer. They released the dog immediately. That's a K-9. That's a K-9 dog. And now what happens when the suspects is going to end one way or another? We're going to go to the hospital. Or you're going to go to jail or go to juvie. Or to jail or hospital. That's a nasty dog bite.
And it's new time next on ABC. Mondays set sail for romance. Where the men put the naughty back in nautical. Whose heart will go on dangerous waters here. Welcome back to the $100,000 pyramid where
Oh.
winning circle. Here is undercover Asia. They're about to play for $50,000. A lot of money. All right, $50,000 in your hand. What do you do with it?
Oh my gosh! You know they love that.
You got a lot to do with right now.
Saint Fiasco. That's a Saint Fiasco. That's a Saint Fiasco. That's a Saintful end. And now it ended. That's a Saint. Now that's a Saint. Yeah, that's a Saint Fiasco. That's a Saint Fiasco ending right there as a pursuit. That's lame. And that was a fiasco aired by SpongeBob on Nick. But just the episode aired on 2009 or 2010 or so, I believe. Code is a code 4. Code 4. Code 4. Comment down below. Hope the video is popped up there. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.
White car that was sideswiped that looks like there was very little damage to that.
Yeah.
So
That's
no
the good
major
thing.
injuries and a very interesting.
And by the way, see you in the next video tomorrow. Part 3. Bam. Part 3. Bam. Bye.